Good morning, everybody. My name is Colleen Light. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Kalama, Washington. So that's a small town in Southwest Washington. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you will have heard me say it feels more like Halloween than Christmas because we've had so much fog and rain. Anyway, today, this is old product here. I'll use some new ones. Today is all about bows. We're really not going to do any stamping. I'm going to show you quick and easy project to use up some of that designer series paper. I always say I love to use up all my designer series paper before the new catalogs launch. Let me flip you around here. We'll go ahead and get started. And I'll bring you up on the laptop so I can hopefully see any comments. And if you have any questions about anything I'm doing, please give me a shout out. I really do love to talk all things crafty. And I love to hear if you're watching, see what you have to think, what you have to say about my projects, and where you're watching from. But mostly, I do love to hear what you are working on in your craft room. So this is last year's designer series paper. This one, I forgot the name of that one. I'd have to go grab it. But this is from the Celebrate Everything designer series paper from last year. I always thought it was so pretty, so I bought some extra of it, and I thought, oh, well, how cute. So I looked for bow making videos on Pinterest and YouTube. So for whoever's work that inspired me, thank you so much, and I hope my work inspires you. So we're going to start with this bow, which is so incredibly easy to make, but I'm going to go ahead and use some new product because I also have birthdays coming up and I just really love these little bees. So this is from the Be Mine, from our new mini catalog that will be launching in January. So let's go ahead and make this bow first. We're going to cut all the paper for this one together. This is directional paper, so you're going to want to make sure your paper is laying correctly. Well, it's kind of directional and kind of not. These bees are going everywhere, aren't they? I guess you could do whatever, but I think I'm going to cut it this way. And for our first long strip, all of them are 2 inches. For our first long strip, we're going to go 2 by 12. So our first strip is very easy. 2 inches right up the paper. Doesn't get any easier than that. Oh, good morning, Jam. Thanks for popping in. Our second strip is 2. We need 1 of these. We need 2 of the next strip, which would be 2 inches. And we're going to cut this right in half at 6 inches. So super easy there. I want to start with my bee, so I'm going to turn these over the way I'm going to be laying them on my project. Our next strips for cutting are 2 by 5 inches. So we're going to do 2, cut again at 2 inches, and then we need each strip at 5 inches. So I'm going to go 5, a little bit, scooch that a little bit over, and then 5 again. So are you all ready for Christmas next year? I think I actually am. I don't really know how that happened, but I think I might actually be. So then we're going to do 2 inches by 4. And this is our last strip here. Okay. So you can see this is really coming together so easy, and I'm going to flip this one over. So what I did was I put these exactly how I wanted to lay them out on my project. Because you can see here in this bow, I flipped the paper back and forth to give it a little bit more interest. So let's go ahead. I'm going to keep the sample one here and up above a little bit, and then this one here. So we need to miter these corners. All I'm going to do is bring this up like this. Not really going to fold. I'm more or less going to hold it If it's not 100%, don't worry about it. I always say it's only paper. It's only paper. And then we're going to come to the other side here and make sure that we miter this the same or as close as you can. You can always fix it. And there you go. There is our first layer. So now for our second layer, we're going to take these two, and I grabbed my bone folder because I want to give this just a little bit of a curve here. Just a little bit. We don't need a lot. And you can use tear and tape, seal, or glue, whatever you have, and whatever, this side's cleaner, let's use that side, and whatever works for you. I'm going to use a little bit of seal, and I'm just going to run this right up the edge here. And make sure that you get your edges lined up before you press them down. Oh. Let me try this again. I do better when I'm leaning against something, but we'll get this. There we go. So there's our first piece, and let's do the other one. I tend to do better sometimes with liquid glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room, but I'm trying to get, here, let's see if I can do it like this, a little bit better with this seal. There we go. So then these two are going to sit like this. I'm going to move those over. This is our next pattern. Let's go ahead and give this a little curve because we want our bow to kind of have a natural curve to it, right? Let's go ahead and use our seal again. The nice thing about this mat, the silicone mat that I'm using, is that adhesive does not stick to it. It will, like on this side here, so this, it just rolls off. So that is why I am using that. Let's go ahead and go like this. So yesterday I posted about what is your favorite Christmas cookie. And there's our other piece. So you can see this is all starting to come together. This is not exactly even. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried a bit because we are going to be covering that up. And I'm going to give this one, oh, went the wrong way. Let's curve it the right way. Like this. So again, what is your favorite Christmas cookie? I like all the cookies. I have to say I actually don't have a favorite, but my husband likes, his favorite is the chocolate crinkle. So this measured, remember, 12 inches. I usually am not too fussy, but in this case, I am going to make sure I have this at the 6 inches there. So again, I'm just going to use seal. I think I used glue on my project last night, and that was because I think I used glue and I held it together with these tweezers that come, like these reversible tweezers, or whatever they're called, that come in the embossing kit, because I had more time. And when I can use the inexpensive glue, I like to. But for this purpose, I will show you using seal, or you can use tear and tape. And then I just looked at the 6 because I want to get my first piece centered. And then just pop that down. You can already see this bow is coming together, and it is so, so pretty. I love the colors in this paper. And as much as I have loved making Christmas projects, and I truly, truly have, you can see how lucky is that? This lined up perfectly. Yay me. Anyway, and as much as I have enjoyed making all of the Christmas projects, let's put these like this, and we can line those flowers up again. I'm really kind of happy to be moving on to some different designer series paper. How about you? Are you all ready to move on to some Valentine's Day and maybe some birthday, maybe some New Year projects, something a little different? but I sure did have fun making all the Christmas projects I've made, and I cannot wait. I had so much fun sending out the Christmas cards. So you can see if you pay attention to how you cut your paper, you can even line them up perfectly in the center. And let's take this one. I have a little bit where you can see, maybe I need to change my blade. So you can see that. And I am going to just give this a little bit more of a curve because I really want it to round for me. There we go. And I want this to fold over like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of seal right here and fold this over. You know, let's put a little bit over here too, just to make sure it stays nice and adhered. And if I'm not in screen, if I bounce out, will somebody let me know? Oh, pecan shortbread cookies. Wow, that sounds really good. I've never made those. That sounds delicious. Let's go ahead and just fold that over. A little bit more even than I had it. And this is going to sit right here, and our first bow is done. So I'm going to really give this a nice little bit of seal here, just right here in the center for this bow to make this piece here, to make sure it stays adhered. I'm just going to pop my finger in there and press it down. You can use your bone folder, which I have right here. You can see that'll press it down. Go ahead and pop these up a little bit. And here is bow number 1. Hi, Jeanette. Thanks for popping in today. Let me know what you think. Do we like bow number 1? Isn't that a fun design? And that's using that new paper, the Be Mine paper that will be coming out. I think it's January 4th in our new mini catalog. Super cute, right? Last year's paper and last year's designer series paper. So if you think to yourself, I have nothing to do with all of my designer series paper, thank you. These are just a great project to make, and I like to do craft fairs, so even better. But I have another bow to show you too, and this one goes just as quickly. So let me show you this one, and I have a matching tag for this one. These strips here are 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches. So you can get all 8 strips from one sheet of 6 by 6 designer series paper. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where's that? Oh, here it is. I was thinking, oh my gosh. For this one, again, you can use glue, the liquid glue. You can use seal. When I'm talking about tear and tape, if you're new to crafting, this is what tear and tape looks like. You can pick it up. I'll just show you. I use glue dots on the other ones. You just take it like this. And this is so clean and fuss-free. So if you like to do things, 3D projects, anything along those lines, that you want to stay together and not get your fingers all sticky with adhesive, these little tear and tape should be on your list. So again, 3/4 of an inch by 6 inches, so you'll get all 8. Again, I love my ruler because I want things centered. So I'm going to bring this here to the 3-inch mark and give that a press and have this other one meet. You can also use, like I said, seal, glue dots, whatever it is you prefer. I have most of these ready to go. Let me show you this one more time. And then we are going to put this fun bow together, and I will show you the matching tag using the Merriest Trees bundle. So if you have that bundle, this is a very cute way to dress up your gift. And hopefully the lighting's not too bad in here. I have to tell everybody though, really, I live in Washington State. Sometimes the lighting is great, sometimes it is not. It really depends, and we are just totally fogged in, and there are not enough lights I don't think I can put in my room here. Okay, so here's our 8 strips. This comes together. I have a little strip for in the center, And this is using, let me tell you which one, a Walk in the Forest Designer Series paper. And I had very little of this left, which I was so disappointed with because I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so I'm going to use seal. You can use glue dots, again, tear and tape, and I'm going right down the center. That just gives it a little extra sticking power for these seams. And you can see by the seam, you know exactly where to center it on your bow. So these first couple of ones, I left a little flat, but I am gonna pick this one up a little bit. So what I did as I went along is I kind of just like poofed. I just poofed it out as I went, just a little poof. And then you just go ahead and off center it. So I, again, just used the seal, kind of poofed my thing, took my finger and pressed it down. So if you're thinking to yourself, Colleen, I don't even have time to get things done for the holidays, let alone make my own bows. They really just don't take a lot of time to come together. And also, as paper crafters, sometimes we make a bunch of things for other people, and then we go out and we buy our bows, right? Anyway, let's go ahead. This one I can see is just a little loose. It didn't stick as much as I wanted, so I'm going to be a little heavy on that seal there again, popping this up. And just look to how you want to layer it. Like find like an empty spot. That's all I'm doing, is I'm just looking for an empty spot there. Again, lifting this up. I had great fun making these bows. I kept practicing last night, and so now I have some extra bows and they coordinate, and I'm pretty excited about that. So you could actually put your seal on the back of this too. Let me show you the other. So if you didn't want to go into your bow, if you have it all poofed nicely, you can put your seal right back there on the back side. Again, so here, like I think this one will fit nicely right there. Just like that. I'm gonna again fold this one. Well, let's go ahead and put the seal on the back because we're getting kind of full in this, so I don't really want to squish it down. So I'm going to go ahead and switch and go like that. And I was a little heavy on the seal there, and I was a little heavy on the glue because I don't want my bow to fall apart. And then just like that. Now we're not done because we don't have the inside done yet. So I cut this piece at 3/4 of an inch by, let me see, how long did I make it? 2 inches. And again, but I'm going to use the inside of the opposite side, not the inside, the opposite side of our pattern where we have the tree. And I am going to put some seal right here, and then on the opposite side, right here. So I have gone through, I don't know why, I had so much fun ordering things for the holidays, things I wanted to make and do, that I have to tell you, I didn't order hardly any adhesives, which was the biggest mistake ever because that's what I am running out of. So my box should be coming sometime today or tomorrow. So I'm going to just, again, pop my finger in there and grab some of these glue dots so I can set this down in the center. Oh, maybe I'll be able to grab that. There we go. And then, because I have just a natural spot here, I'm going to pop that right there. I'm going to grab my bone folder, give it a little press, make sure that it's nice and adhered. Kind of push this up a little bit, give it a little poof, and there's the bow. Now I have to show you the gift tag. I've made these. I have a video on how to make these gift tags. Just look a little bit back. I think I did this at the beginning of the season. But look at how cute this looks together. And this is using the Merriest Trees bundle that came with the tag. But look at how adorable that is. So you would have a matching bow and gift tag. So this is the one that I made using that Retired Designer Series paper. I love all, no, is it? Is this one retired? I can't even remember. I don't think it is. I don't remember. Anyway, so this is the one in the red and greens. Actually, love the red and greens. Thank you, Jeanette. I think they're so cute too. And then here is the blue. And then let me bring out the other bows. Now, if you make these bows, would you please share them with me? I love to see what you all work on. And I always think it's such an honor when somebody makes what I show online. It's one of the, I think it's such a compliment and I always love it. The Be Mine paper. I think everybody needs this. Everybody, I love bees. Everyone needs this. Here's this one. This was retired paper, as was this. So I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, holiday, whatever it is you may celebrate. And I will see you next Wednesday at 10 a.m. Take care. Have a great day.